Good morning, students. Saira. Welcome back once again. How are you all? I hope you all are well and safe at your places. Children, in the last video, we have started a new chapter, that is chapter number 10, Soils of India. And in that chapter, we have learned about the importance of soil as a natural resources. Children, in this video we will learn about the formation of soil and the types of soil found in India. So let's start first with how soil form, the formation of soil. Children, soils are formed by rocks on the earth when broken down into small pebbles by the action of rain, flowing water, and the roots of the plants. How soil form? When rocks on the earth are broken down into small pebbles by rain, flowing water, and the roots of plant. Children, these pebbles then break down further to form tiny bits of soil. First, rock break down into pebbles, then the pebbles break down into to form tiny bits of soil. Children, these soil, when the soil form, soils then carry into different places by wind, rain and river. So wind, rain and river carry the soils to different places. And the remains of the dead plants, the remains of the dead plants and animals mix with the soil to make it fertile. The remains of dead plants and animals mix with the soil to make it fertile. What is fertile? The soil which is capable of producing vegetation or crop, in the soil which is good for the crop, in which the different crops can be grown. The capable of producing vegetation or crops is known as fertile. So the remains of dead plants and animals when mixed with the soil and it make the soil fertile, means capable to produce crops, means in that soil crops can grow. Children, to make 1 centimeter of soil, nature take 100 years to make it. How much time it take? 100 year. It take more than 100 year for nature to make just 1 centimeter of soil. Children, India is covered by the different features and different landform. So there are different types of soil found in India. So what are the different types of soil found in India? Children, there are 6 main types of soil found in India. How many types? 6. And the names of 6 types of soil are alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, desert soil and mountain soil. So these are the 6 different types of soil found in India. What are they? Once again, alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, desert soil and mountain soil. So these are the different types of soil. So let's see one by one about them. So first type of soil is alluvial soil. Children, you have already read that the rivers of the northern plains bring them with them large quantities of silt or alluvium. Children, this silt or alluvium gets deposited on the land around the rivers. From where these rivers flow, they carry with them silt and alluvium, and these silt and alluvium get deposited on the land around the rivers. Children, it is very fertile. You know now what is the meaning of fertile? A soil which is capable to produce crops. So it is very fertile. So these lands are very fertile and makes the northern plain one of the most fertile, capable of producing vegetation or crops. Reason of the word. So the northern plains is one of the most fertile region of the world because the soil, which type of soil? Alluvial soil. Because of the alluvial soil, because this type of soil is bring by the rivers which flow from the mountains towards the northern plain. So this soil make the northern plain region one of the most fertile region of the world. Children, alluvial soil is also found in the deltas formed by the rivers of Deccan Plateau. You know now what is delta? A triangular shape land is formed when river join with the sea. So the alluvial soil also found in the deltas formed by the rivers of the Deccan Plateau. Children, alluvial soil is especially good for the cultivation of rice, wheat, sugarcane, pulses, oilseeds and jutes. So alluvial soil is good for the cultivation of, for the growth of, for the crops such as rice, wheat, sugarcane, pulses, oilseeds and jute. Children, then our next type of soil is black soil. Next type of soil is black soil. Children, black soil is found in the central and the north western part of the southern plateau. So black soil is found in the central and northwestern part of the southern plateau. Children, most of the Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and the parts of Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Karnataka and Rajasthan have this soil. So the most of the part of the Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, part of Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Karnataka and Rajasthan have black soil. Children, black soil is formed from the lava that come out of volcanoes. So black soil is formed from the lava. Children, it is very good for growing cotton and sugar cane. So anyone can ask from you, in which type of soil cotton and sugar cane grow? So your answer will be black soil. So black soil is good for the growth of cotton and sugar cane. Then children, our next type of soil is red soil. Red soil. Children, the rest of the southern plateau contains soil that is red in color. So these soil can be found around in large tracts of West Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, southern Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha and Chota Nagpur plateau of Jharkhand. Children, it is not as fertile as black soil, but can be made fertile by adding manure. So it is good for crop such as jowar, bajra and ground nuts. So red soil is good for the crop such as jowar, bajra and ground nut. Children, red soil is not fertile as black soil, but it is made fertile. It can be made fertile by adding manure. Khad. So it is good for crops such as jowar, bajra and ground nuts. Children, then our next type of soil is laterite soil. Next type of soil is laterite soil. Children, laterite soil is found in Western Ghat. So this type of soil is found in Western Ghat and parts of Tamil Nadu. So this type of soil is found in the Western Ghats and parts of Tamil Nadu, and it is rich in iron and aluminium. It is rich in iron and aluminium and is red in color. So it is red in color and it is rich in iron and aluminium. So it is good for crop such as tea, coffee, spices, coconut and rubber. So the laterite soil is good for the growth of crops such as tea, coffee, spices, coconut and rubber. So in which type of soil tea and coffee grow? So answer will be laterite soil. Or which type of soil is rich in iron and aluminium? So answer will be laterite soil. So laterite soil is rich in iron and aluminium and it is good for crops such as tea, coffee, spices, coconut and rubber. Children, then our next type of soil is desert soil. Children, you know in the desert there is very little rain and very little water. So the desert soil contain very little amount of water. So the desert soil contain mostly sand. Desert soil contain mostly sand. It is found mainly in Rajasthan and Gujarat. So the which type of soil found in Rajasthan and Gujarat? So answer will be desert soil. So desert soil contain mostly sand. Children, sandy soil cannot hold much water. Okay. Sandy soil cannot hold much water. It is therefore not fertile. It is not fertile. Not fertile means not capable of producing vegetation or crop. Like we have learned that alluvial soil is one of the most fertile soil which make the northern plain one of the most fertile region of the world. Same as black soil also fertile, but the desert soil, because it is sandy soil and cannot hold much water, so therefore it is not fertile. Not fertile means not capable of producing vegetation or crop. So in this area, in this region where the sandy soil is there, so there is very less crops can be grown because the soil cannot hold the water. Or you know that water is very essential for the plants to grow and to produce food. So if there is no water, how can any plants grow there? So how can any crops grow there. So sandy soil cannot hold much water and it is therefore not fertile, means not capable of producing vegetation or crop. Children, it is clear to you? Now next one is mountain soil. Mountain soil. So in the name mountain, it represents that the soil which is in the mountain region. So mountain soil is very rich in humus. So what is humus? Humus is the remains of dead plants and animals. So humus is the remains of dead plants and animals. Children, you know the dead animals and plants mix with the soil and make the soil fertile. So the mountain soil is very rich in humus, and humus is the remains of dead plants and animals. Children, the minerals present in the humus make the soil very fertile. So the minerals which is in the body of plants and animals get mixed with the soil, and the minerals present in the humus make the soil very fertile. Children, mountain soil is found in the Himalayan region and in the northeastern parts of India. So the mountain soil is found in the Himalayan region and in the northeastern part of India. Children, the soil is very good for the growing fruits such as apple, pear, peach and plum. So the mountain soil is very good for the growing fruits such as apple, pear, peach and plum. Children, now you know that the fertile layer of soil is very important for the growth of different crops, but sometimes this fertile top layer of the soil is carried away by water and wind to different places, and this is known as soil erosion. Soil erosion. So what is soil erosion? The top fertile layer of soil is carried away by wind and water to different places is called soil erosion. So children, when the fertile layer is carried away by the wind and water, then that land is become infertile. Means not capable to produce vegetation and crop, and the soil erosion makes the land infertile. Soil erosion makes the land infertile. Children, how we can prevent the soil erosion? How we can stop the soil erosion? Children, the root of plants hold the soil. Root of plant hold the soil together and prevent soil erosion. So plant is very important to prevent the soil erosion. So the role of plant is very important to prevent the soil erosion. But children, we cut trees for our needs, to fulfill our needs, for getting fuel, for building farms, cities and road. We cut trees. So this is known as deforestation. When we are cutting trees is known as deforestation. So what is deforestation? Cutting of trees. Cutting of trees is known as deforestation. Children, deforestation causes an increase in soil erosion. So this soil erosion is increased by the deforestation. Means if we are cutting the trees, means we are increasing the soil erosion. We are removing the fertile layer of land. So deforestation causes an increase in soil erosion. So how can we prevent the soil erosion? Now you know that plants hold the soil and prevent the soil erosion. So by planting trees, more and more trees, planting trees, which is known as afforestation. Deforestation means cutting the trees, and afforestation means planting trees. So children, we can prevent soil erosion by planting trees, or afforestation is the most important method of preventing soil erosion. So most important method to prevent the soil erosion is afforestation. By planting more and more trees, we can prevent the soil erosion. Children, some other methods of preventing soil erosions are covering bare farmlands with the grass. A farmland which is there is no plant or grasses is there, it's covered by the grass, because grass hold the soil and the roots of grass hold the soil and it prevent the soil erosion. Or dried vegetation, or by dried vegetation and terrace farming in hills. Children, terrace farming, what is terrace farming? If you see this picture, so this is the terrace farming, because farmers also grow crops on hillside, and you know that on the hilly areas the lands are slope. There is no big ground is there to grow a crop, so there the lands are slopey. So the farmers also grow crops on hillside, so they use the method of terrace farming. So terrace farming is also a method to prevent soil erosion. Children, and building embankments along river banks. So these are the different methods to prevent soil erosion. So what are they? Covering bare farmlands with the grass, because by growing the grass, the roots of grass hold the soil and it prevent the soil erosion. Or dried vegetation, terrace farming in hills, and building embankments along river banks. So children, these are the different methods to prevent soil erosion. So today you have learned about the different types of soil which is found in India. So how many types of soil found in India? So there are main 6 types of soil which is found in India. What are they? Alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, desert soil, and mountain soil. So these are the different types of soil found in India. So for today your homework is you have to learn about these different types of soil, types of soil.